Hey YouTube, I'm back. I know, it's been a minute. It's been a long minute. I have not uploaded a video in a very long time, and I haven't filmed one in a very long time, so this is weird right now for me. I wanted to do a quick video to explain where I've been, what's happening. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know because I posted a reel about it to give an update on what's going on there. I would have had this video out a lot sooner, but I already filmed it. I went to edit it, and there was this weird staticky noise throughout the whole thing, despite the fact that I did a sound check. Am I mad? A little bit. But it's fine. I'm refilming now. It's all good. In August, this past summer, we decided to start trying for baby number 2, and it actually happened really quickly. Like, the first try. So we got pregnant a lot faster than I was expecting, and I was really hoping and partially expecting that this pregnancy wouldn't be as bad as Cassidy's in regards to pregnancy sickness. I'm calling it pregnancy sickness because morning sickness is a lie. It's an all-day thing. That hit me like a truck. It hit me really hard, really fast, and I was telling myself I could do it. I could maintain everything. I could take care of my toddler. I could keep this YouTube channel going. I could keep my Etsy shop going. I had a whole Christmas, holiday, winter collection I was in the middle of designing. And no. I don't know what I was thinking. I barely was functional when I was pregnant with Cassidy. I didn't have a toddler to take care of, and I wasn't running a business. And I took a lot of days off work. But yeah, I don't know. Just had it in my head I was gonna make this work, but it became very clear very quickly I could not. So I needed to focus on taking care of myself, taking care of my daughter, and I just had to put the YouTube channel and Etsy and the blog on not even the back burner. I had to take them right off the stove. And yeah, the fall was just hellish for me. It was really rough. I felt like I lost myself in it for a bit because I wasn't myself anymore. I wasn't Tara, who runs a YouTube channel and does all these fun things and plays with her daughter all day and gets down on the ground and has fun. And I was kind of a shell of who I used to be, and just laying on the couch all day, being dizzy beyond belief and nauseous and throwing up, and just, it was rough. But I'm back to feeling normal-ish. I'm still nauseous every now and then, which actually didn't happen with Cassidy. By about week 16 with Cassidy, like, that was done, that was over with. I'm 24 weeks along at this point in time, and I'm still getting nausea every once in a while, but I can live with it and I can function right now, so that is why I'm back to filming a video again and back working on Etsy and all of that fun stuff. And I'm playing with my daughter a lot more now. So just to give a little update on my plans, because obviously this baby's going to be born at some point and I'm going to be pretty stressed again, not sleeping and all that jazz. So here's the plan. From here on until the baby is born, my plan is to have 1 or 2 videos put out a month instead of doing a once a week thing. I could do once a week now until the baby's born, but I'd rather start off with some consistency that I can continue while I'm adjusting to having another newborn in my life. So I'm going to try and film as much as I was before, but I'll have them scheduled, you know, further out from each other, so hopefully there won't be a stop entirely of videos when the baby is born. As for my Etsy shop, I currently have a Valentine's collection, just a mini collection, like 5 designs, all done and ready to be launched. Just t-shirts this time. I'm not gonna bother with all the other different things like sweatshirts and whatnot. And then I'm working on a spring line that I'm hoping to launch, and we'll see. I can't make any huge promises with my Etsy shop, but I will try and keep everyone updated as much as possible on Instagram with when I launch new products. I'm hoping that I'll, be able to have that sort of sitting in the background with things available. Maybe not launching new stuff until next Christmas, who knows. What this has taught me really is that I can't expect miracles from myself and to just try and lower my expectations. So I'm not gonna overpromise anything that I can't deliver right now. So I'm just gonna try my best, see what I can do. So definitely follow me on Instagram to kind of keep up to date, although I know I didn't post on Instagram for a long time either. I will try with some of the videos to sort of share updates about the pregnancy and how that's going, and absolutely when the baby is born, I would love to share that. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this pregnancy so far. It's been a bit of a weird ride. When I first found out I was pregnant, I had some weird symptoms, had some bleeding, and then one morning I woke up in extreme, excruciating pain. And this was before I had a dating ultrasound or any kind of ultrasound. Basically all I had so far was that line on the pregnancy test. So we were worried I had an ectopic pregnancy. Spent the day in the hospital, not the whole day, but a fair bit of time. Eventually got to an ultrasound, found out baby is in the right spot. No real explanation for the pain I had, just pregnancy sucks sometimes and sometimes it's painful. So yeah, I didn't get an explanation for that, but the pain went away, never had any more bleeding, and baby sat in where it's supposed to be. Fast forward to 12 weeks, I had my 12-week ultrasound. They do the NT test. So you do an ultrasound and blood work on the same day. It's like some genetic testing. We got some not so great news at first. For a woman my age, I can't remember if it was 1 out of 600 or 800, but that is the chance of a woman my age having a baby with Down syndrome. Now, these tests that I did can sort of figure out like what the risks are a little more specifically. And I was given a risk of 1 in 16. So because of that concern, I was eligible for getting an NIPT test, which is further genetic testing. It's something that we could have done off the bat if we wanted to pay for it, but because we live in Canada and Ontario, OHIP was able to cover the NIPT test based on the fact that I had not great results with the initial free test. So we did the NIPT test, and fortunately it came back with extremely low risk, 1 in 10,000. So while there is still a slight possibility this baby has Down syndrome, it's even less of a possibility than normal. So we're fairly confident that won't be the case. Either way, I mean, it's my baby. I went through hell for those first 12 weeks and then beyond. Growing it inside of me, I wasn't gonna do anything about it, but I wanted to know. And I want my children to have a really wonderful and not difficult life, and knowing that this baby more than likely doesn't have Down syndrome is just such a relief. We also, because of doing further genetic testing, were able to find out the sex of the baby at 12 weeks instead of, 20 weeks when we would have the anatomy scan, which isn't always 100%. Like with Cassidy, they said most likely girl. They were never able to give me a definitive answer because she moved around way too much during pretty much every ultrasound we ever had. But this time we were able to find out for sure that this little one is going to be a boy. So we're gonna have one of each, which is really exciting. It's also weird. I'm just so used to having a little girl. So thinking about having a little boy is like, boys are crazy. So I'm a little nervous about that, but also very excited, and now I don't have to worry about having 2 girls and then people being like, when are you gonna try for a boy? I'm not. This is my last child. No more after this. I'm not doing this again. No. If I have a 3rd child, it will be 100% an accident. So yeah, that's that update. Everything is good right now. I've had my anatomy scan. This little boy was even worse than Cassidy for not cooperating, so I actually went yesterday for a follow-up anatomy scan to get the images of the heart that he was not letting us get the first time. But everything looks good so far. No concerns with this pregnancy now, and I'm just riding the wave and waiting for the end until he's born, and then we'll go from there. But I'll try and post some bump dates every once in a while, probably more on Instagram because it's easier and quicker to do on there, but we'll see. Let's see, what other updates can I give you guys? I know I've mentioned in past videos that Cassidy has a speech delay, something I'm blaming mostly on COVID, lack of socialization. I actually started sending her to daycare, which has been wonderful for me to have breaks. She goes part-time, just 2 days a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. So now Wednesdays are my official filming days, and it's so nice that I don't have to like quickly do it in between her naps and hope she doesn't wake up in the middle of them. And yeah, I love it. But the main reason we did this is so that she would have some social interaction with her peers. Because before this, it was just me and my husband. That's the only people she saw. It just wasn't working, you know. I was comparing her to other kids her age that had siblings, and the difference was night and day. Or other kids her age that were going to daycare, going to preschool or whatever. And yeah, I knew that it would be a good thing for both of us, for me to get some breaks, some time to work on my businesses, and also her to get the socialization she needs. But I didn't want to send her full-time because full-time seemed, first of all, way too expensive, considering we don't need it to be full-time. And just also a waste of time because I do want to spend time with her. You know, I'm home. I might as well spend as much time with her as I can. I want to be with her as she grows up and be there for some of the fun, awesome moments. 2-year-olds are kind of fun. They're also like crazy, but they're really fun. So finding a daycare that does 2 days a week was great. And she has made so much of an improvement since she started. She's still, you know, delayed, not quite where she should be. We are currently dealing with a local organization that deals with, you know, speech delays, hearing, special needs, all that stuff. We've been on a wait list for a speech assessment for almost a year. We just got the paperwork in that we can do it now. I just have to send the paperwork in. She has been seen by a developmental pediatrician. We were given an official diagnosis of autism. What basically the doctor said was, if it was easy for me to snap my fingers and get her into different therapies at a moment's notice, I would say let's wait 3 months and reassess. But because it takes a while to get things going, we're still waiting for her to be registered and accepted into the Ontario Autism Program so she can get an OAP number and then be able to sign up for different therapies and stuff. So yeah, we have this provisional diagnosis of autism. We're going to reassess with the doctor at some point. She's also on a wait list very near the top for recreation therapy, so that's other like group related things where they get kids together. They sort of look at where they're lacking and where they're advancing and sort of help them to balance everything out. And I'm really excited for how things are going. I don't know if this autism diagnosis with Cassidy is going to be reversed or not. Either way, well, we're gonna deal with whatever we need to with her. I know autism isn't a bad thing. It's just an extra challenge, and she doesn't have a lot of the traits of a person with autism, so I believe she'd be very high functioning if her diagnosis does stick. But there's also part of me saying it's COVID, really. Like, once we're past this hurdle, things will be completely different. But there's no way to know. So right now we're dealing with the information we have and just moving forward. Beyond that, I don't really have any other life updates. We've been pretty much just sticking with ourselves, trying to ride out the wave of this new variant. And I'm over it. I can't wait until this is over and we can just go back to life as we know it. And I know it's probably not going to be over, but once we get to a point where we can just live with it, I guess. But anyway, that's my long rambling spiel about where I've been and what's going on. I am so excited to be kind of back and hopefully I can kind of keep this up after the baby is born. But if not, I will let you guys know. I'm going to try and keep you guys in the loop a lot more than I did before. I guess that's all I got for today. I will see you in my next video whenever I get around to doing that. It'll be sometime within the next month, probably. So until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye! Why are you walking upstairs? Keegan, stop walking upstairs. I can't remember the word. Pregnancy is just killing my brain.